Hello guys, yes, this is the final season for the Chicago Bears, yeah, and this is Thursday prime time. We're facing against the Detroit Lions against Chuck Harrell. If you guys are ready for the final episode, please be sure to drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And click on that notification bell so you don't miss a damn video. Yeah, and I just like it like that. Yeah. And, it is what it is. I like it. Barry Copeland doing the end around. I hate it. It's quite clear. This is one of those games where I'll say it's pretty good. Because it's Chuck Harrell. Chuck Harrell, for some reason, decides to be good this game against a squad that's really good. Now, I had to check my roster. Apparently, Jahmyr Gibbs and Daniel Monroe, I kept calling Matt Moore, retired. So I actually recreated them in a way. I set their age to 30, and it's pretty interesting. Okay. And also, it was interesting, considering yeah. I just viewed it like that, And the running back was also doing well. Most of the players were doing well. We'll say that for much. And I just kept on working on it so much that I decided to say that a lot. Yeah, Chuck Harrell and the boys, we had some pretty close contests, and not close, although this is in moments mode, so I don't really have much control. That was a little dump off. Apparently, Joe McIntyre threw a pick, and I had to kick a field goal. 55 yards. And it's good. It's good because like it's good, and like I appreciated it. Threw it up to Travis Hunter. He goes in for a touchdown. This series has made me had a lot of time consuming. Yeah, I feel sad because just a lot of mental things going in my brain. If you want me to do any other videos, let me know, and I will not stop doing that. I throw another pick, which is pretty stupid. Oh my god. And Chuck Harrell gets his opportunity once again against the offense. So, like, I'm just pissed off. He actually doesn't have a touchdown, and Travis Hunter, I mean, Joe McIntyre has 2 picks. And we're not like Jameis Winston, who's gonna throw 30 of them. I want 30 of them. Nah. And we kept on, like, hit sticking the dudes, and as you can possibly see, I you know, basically, yeah. It's like very interesting now. Now that everything is brushed over. Everything is interesting. I'm sorry guys if I'm like this. They're down in 4. You know, and then a fumble was forced by Arthur Smith, but it was the CPU, and that kind of made me feel happy. I just want to say, like, thanks so much for supporting this series. It really does mean a lot to me, and the fact that, like, I continue to make content for you guys is sick. So I actually, they actually go for a field goal, not a fake field goal, and this is interesting because this game has been mostly dominated by kickers, mostly, not like us as the team, like the quarterback position. And I've always, like, I understand, like, they don't want, like, power backs and stuff like that. Lamb Crow is, like, versatile, so he could be one. You never know. Even Joe McIntyre. You know, if I ever would do a player career mode, it would be Travis Hunter. Although, the issue with that is like, I couldn't do it with Travis Hunter because it's like there's no possible way of doing a 2-way player, and excuse me, and there's no possibility of doing that. And the fact of the matter is, you know, it's interesting. Yeah, and I just, just seem to be like, yeah. I just don't seem to understand why it's really ridiculous that it's come down to this. Dallas, oh god, Detroit. Yeah. Um. Yeah. It was ridiculous. Touchdown. Sorry. You know, I might make a video, like a different kind of video. I might do a double upload, you never know. I'm just sorry. This kind of video. 23-19, that's the score. I'm so blessed to have this team. And actually, I am so blessed to have a guy like Chuck Harrell, Durant, Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers when we faced him, and then Clifford now is actually on the team. And I don't know about Tyler Huntley. Now, I'm not sure if Tyler Huntley is on the squad on the Washington football team. And look at that nasty juke. He gets a rushing touchdown based off of that. And actually, if you want me to do like a way to do two-way player careers, let me know. I always wanted to do a two-way player, although you can't really do that you could do that in NCAA football, although you can't do that. You can only do that in a high school level, not in a college football level, which actually sucks. And you can only do that in arena football, which is like a whole other different sport. And actually, I will get into like the certain video I will be talking about. I will be first making an arena football video game list, which could include like an RTG and everything. And I found this confusing. Like, why are they going for it? You know, I just didn't understand. And I had Philip Ross, and I almost took it back, but I didn't. So like, I just didn't understand. So like, you have to forgive your sins. People don't have to forgive your sins, but you as a person can forgive your sins with your depression and washing off most of your memory. And you're living in the moment. And it affects people's interaction every single day without even knowing what's happening. Sorry, oh god. I will put a warning for mental health. And if you guys do notice, comment that down below. I don't put my socials anymore just because, like, I am inactive, and like, it's so disgusting. And I actually did like a CFL thing right there. If you do want me to make a video about the CFL, let me know down in the comment section below. It's quite interesting that I actually did that, and now I get to run the prevent defense that I've always wanted. And I got AJ Slaughter got juked, God had his ankles broken really badly. The thing is that it just is interesting, really. It just is, and Chuck Harrell being Chuck Harrell, it's quite a mess. And the fact of the matter is, like, since we had all these players and everything, it was quite good. It was quite good, and this was a good fight. Like, Chuck Harrell and Joe McIntyre, like, I don't think we ever had a kind of battle like this amongst quarterbacks. And this game could have gone into overtime. I say could, because of one perfect reason. Arthur Smith seals the deal with an interception, and I stiff-armed Chuck Harrell, which is like, yeah. Alright, we're going up against New York Jets, and today, we go against them, and we have fun, mostly, and I just want to say that it's pretty interesting how Zach Wilson and Joe McIntyre are going head to head in this, I guess, playoff bout because of certain things. And yeah, they're down in 8. Yeah, they dropped a pass, and yeah, it's ridiculous, really, and it's also ridiculous. 95-yard touchdown by Travis Hunter. And so, like, as you know, like, Travis Hunter is, like, one of the best receivers we have ever had, really, and, second down and 1, I throw it backwards, I stretch it out with Liam Crow, and it actually works. So, like, we get a pretty good chunk of yards. Yard space out of that. I appreciate that for something like that. $14 to 7. Yeah. Yeah. Liam Crow passed it to him. Now running the ball with him, you know, it's pretty good. Like, his first rushing touchdown. Actually, this season, throughout this season, you're gonna see, I actually did, like, formation subs. So, like, if it works out, it can work. Yada, yada, yada. It actually works out pretty well. Yeah. Works out pretty well. I give it to Travis Hunter. Hurry. 5-7. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. First down and goal. Yeah. Give another touchdown. Yeah. So now, basically, I'm just giving off the ball, really. And, so far, Joe McIntyre has thrown a single interception, which I actually find that really good, considering that, you know, it is what it is. I get it, but, you know, it affects people. So, yeah, like me. And also, Green Bay and Minnesota. You know, Green Bay is always going to be Green Bay. And they're the last of the few cities, actually, in the NFL, that's a small town kind of city, team. And, like, the Detroit used to be that. Like, Detroit Lions. They used to be called the Sportsman Spartans. So... So, yeah. 4th down and 4. They're just, like, going for it for some weird reason. And, yeah, I find it weird. Really weird. So, like, and they still keep on getting first downs, and that guy actually got injured, and we scored a rushing touchdown and another rushing touchdown. Bye-bye. Alright, so now we're up against the Minnesota Vikings. I do have to say that Sam Darnold is not on the Panthers. That is interesting. And another phenomenon another thing I found out is that you guys are going to be seeing some very interesting games. Yes. Travis Hunter against Justin Jefferson. I mean, Chris Durant versus Joe McIntyre. I mean, we're getting a lot of very interesting things today. So, like, right off the bat, we're going for a big bomb, 59 yards. Kaboom. Now, I know what you might be thinking to yourself, like, does it really matter, like, what happens in that scenario? Like, also, they got an interception somehow, and I never understand that. Atlanta is somehow doing well without their, like, core. This season, I will say, is probably this is going to be the last season. However, I want to reflect on a few things real quick. Thank you guys so much for all the support, especially since this is going to be a full-on decked out season, mostly because of the simple fact that I do enjoy making videos, I do enjoy having fun, I do enjoy the fact that you guys are my rock, and you stuck with me even if I don't have 100 subscribers. However, the view count matters. Subscribers don't matter much to me, And I understand that you love me, guys, and everything. And I just like it. So, yeah. And I almost threw like a good ball. However, it doesn't matter to me. And then I threw this to Mario Williams. It was an easy touchdown. Also, I do have to say this. Chuck Harrell, oh my god, obliterated the Packers. So, like, I don't know what this is, so here's the thing. You know that in the NFC North, mostly the Vikings and throughout the duration of the series, the Vikings and the Packers, all except like 2 seasons, have faced us in the playoffs. Here is the thing. The Lions could be a first and a last for us. They're currently 2-1. We could go undefeated, and we could win the Super Bowl again. For the 9th straight time. I'm doing 9 episodes now. If I go back for a 10th, my brain would kill me. My brain would literally kill me. And I would get mentally sick. So, based off like past experiences and everything from middle school to high school, elementary school is that bad. But excuse me, it is what it is. So, whenever I see goal line formations, I always go with the pinch, because you have to pinch hard. Okay, that's such a stupid joke. It is what it is, and I hate it. Do that a lot, like sacks and stuff like that. I don't understand why the quarterback does have releases like the ball like that. I don't understand why that happens. It doesn't make any sense to me. And also, yeah. And also, this wasn't counted as a touchdown. And this gets me frustrated sometimes. Most of the time, I always feel like it's interesting how most of the time you can mostly see what happens. And it's interesting, honestly. It's very interesting. 4th down and 6. Guess what they're gonna do? I did this kind of safe spot, and I got totally pissed off at the fact that the Vikings somehow managed to pull that off. And it was the 3rd quarter, so it kind of matters in a way. So I was using the linebackers a lot, and A.J. Slaughter was back in. Some of the boys were back in. I do like it a lot, honestly, considering it means much to me. I understand it matters a lot. And it's the 4th quarter. I don't like it. And picked off by A.J. Slaughter. We return it back to the house, obviously. So that's like a 88-yard field goal. 88-yard. 89. Oh, frick. How is that? Okay. Never mind. And they scored a field touchdown, which I don't understand why I wasn't a part of. So I kind of run the clock in a way. 35-yard line. Okay. Colts with Mark Tennant and the boys. Actually, it's pretty interesting, to be honest with you. Then I run my own fake. So, like, I try to replicate what the boys did. And I threw it to an offensive lineman, Spencer. And he is acting like as if he did something good. Which, I don't blame him. So, like, let's see. We go with a quarterback draw. Oh, okay. Wait. Hmm. Hey, now we have possession of the ball, and I'm trying to have fun. And actually, you know what? Here we are with a jet sweep on the goal line. And yes, the Houston Texans are doing well. I don't understand. In what universe the Houston Texans are good? I am not going to make any Deshaun Watson references because I don't want to do that. And it's not my place to do it. So, 31-17, 4th down and 14. Early Williams gets the pick. And that's his second pick of the game. So 2 picks for the boy. Hey! And I actually like go back and do this formation. So I do like this formation. It's like a very good formation. And it's called the tight Y, single back tight Y off in the Chicago Bears playbook. It has like a good jet sweep. I say it's good because it actually makes sense for the situation. And see, it works. And Deshaun Watson is part of the Texans. Good lord, I don't have the updated rosters. Okay? It's like, it is what it is. Yeah, I get it. And I then run a fake. I run a fake and play in that, and I just remember, I just like am so damn pissed off in a way that kind of frustrates me that I got so frustrated to the point where it was ridiculous. Yeah. And the thing I liked about this formation was, like, it has 2 wide receivers from the left, 1 tight end, and 1 wide receiver to the right. Okay. And I also, like, I think it's pretty good because, like, it's like you have 1 tight end on one side, so you can use it to your own ability. And Philip Rivers gets a rushing touchdown. And yeah, that is gonna be the game. We defeat the Vikings, and bye-bye. Alright, so we have Miami. We have Miami, of course. Then Chicago. So here's the thing, right? Um, yeah, it's interesting that, how do I put this into terms? It's interesting, like, a lot of people think, like, this series is, like, I'm not gonna talk about the series for a moment, because, like, I want to issue, like, something. This series is not meant to piss me off by any means. This is a series that I wanted to exploit Madden because I hated it. It's franchised and everything. Also, of course, Kansas City is obviously going to be good. Also, I don't know if Anton Reed is on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because they're terrible, along with the Minnesota Vikings. And also, across this series, you haven't seen a tied game in preseason and, like, regular season. I wonder why. And also, with Liam Crow, I just did, like, a very big rushing game, like, a breakout run. Like, this is the Liam Crow I want to see. Now, granted, we don't have a good offensive line. I kind of did that to myself because, like, I don't know if you remember, like, Season 7 or Season 6, like, I was talking about, like, I always talk about this in my episodes. I want quality games, and the quantity of them can differ. Now, depending on what, like, game it is, like, a very crucial game or anything, it depends, really. Now, depending on what happens in the games that we play, for example, Madden. Madden is like one of those games where it's franchise, it's bonkers, it's ridiculous. I found myself playing it a lot bad in Madden 16, 17, 18, even before, not Madden 25, even before I even recorded like a game. And it started out with Madden Overdrive, then it went into the Madden 19 out of position team. Then it went into the, Madden, like, 20. I didn't play Madden 21, if anybody knew why. And then I kind of transitioned into NHL content and Madden 2K content, NBA 2K, by the way. And I realized that NHL kind of has, like, its, like, good roots. It used to be good. Now they're kind of up to up and up, even though, like, there's a lack of competition, which I kind of understand why, because of 2K, and they try to focus on their, like, basketball games a lot, and I think that's very good. It's just, franchise-wise, it's just, like, they need to create, like, a very good video game, and I think they're gonna try and do that for at least NFL 2K23, maybe, if that's even a thing. However, will state this, that the product, that if 2K makes another sports video game to compete with the rest of, like, EA or even Sony, it has to be quality good. It has to be quality good. The quality has to be good, and the quantity, the amount of the discs that are made for the game, it has to be sold correctly, and it can be sold at a cheaper price, you never know. Although, like I said, I do want an Arena Football video game and a CFL, Canadian Football League video game, and I will state some of the stuff in the comment section down below. I will make a video, not in the comment section down below, I will make a video about it. So I have a 60-yard field goal. It's gonna be made. 20-7. It's great. And then this happens. Then this happens, which I don't understand why. Hi. Okay. So, basically, now Liam Crow is just a god. And now, see, this ends up happening, and I don't understand. I don't know if this is like a glitch, but every single time Joe McIntyre tried to toss it, it just didn't end up work. It didn't work at all. And I just said, screw it. I am going to go for it in retaliation of what happened. And I got so close, that I thought it went in. And Tua Tagovailoa is turning over the ball like a machine. Not Jameis Winston style, however. And it's ridiculous. And Denver and Seattle. Wow. Oh my god. And yes, I did my formation subs, and let's just say, it's not going well. Yeah. So then, I just completely switched it up. 4th down and 4, I checked, the X Factors and everything. And I didn't make it. And it was freaking stupid because I did not like it. It's 20-14. Morgan Anderson missed the extra point. And, yeah. It is what it is. It's ridiculous to me, myself, and everything. Tennessee, Houston. That was a fake. Yes. Yeah, it's it is what it is, and it's ridiculous to me. So then, I switched it, and this man, Philip Russ, was blocking, and we converted it. And the Patriots, my god, the New England Patriots, Max Jones, is actually doing really well with his squad. And Kansas City, good lord. Kyler Murray. Okay. Good lord. Patrick Mahomes, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Chase Claypool. His squad is interesting. Why? Because he doesn't have Tyreek Hill. We somehow got Tyreek Hill, switched him to safety, and then traded him to the Atlanta Falcons. And then we ran an actual fake, and then I passed it to River Helms, who caught the touchdown. And I liked it so much that it worked. Yay! 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 Okay, so weird. 26-14, 4th down and 2. Yeah, it is what it is to me. Then we faced Miami. Then Windsor, out of nowhere, just picks up the ball. And I stiff-armed Tua Tagovailoa. And it actually works. Yeah. And to me, it was fun. We chew out the rest of the clock. And yeah, we won the game 26-14. And bye-bye. Alright guys, we are going up against the New England Patriots. And today, yeah, the New England Patriots. And I have a lot of franchise points, so we're back with the squad. Obviously, it's been a while since I recorded as you're hearing this. You guys, I hope you enjoy this video. Joe McIntyre versus Mac Jones, TJ Hawkinson versus River Helms, Arthur Smith versus somebody I don't know, but hey, you never know. How is it gonna go, really? And so far we've been doing good. Fake field goal. Obviously, this will be the final episode, so stay tuned for that. Fake field goal. Was it converted? Yeah, so I think you guys get the memo. I do like this series very much. And this was a bit of a challenge, obviously. Despite the fact that I get picked off by the Patriots. Literally, Joe McIntyre, just literally injured a dude. So far, no points. So far. And if you look at the bottom of your screen, Arizona defeated Carolina. I thought Carolina was going to go undefeated. You heard that right. So Carolina defeated... No, Arizona defeated Carolina 26-18. Yes, I understand. I've wanted to do that for a really long time, so I wanted to have two undefeated teams in the same, universe. However, I don't think that was ever going to be possible. So, if you saw last year for Season 8, then you saw we went up against the Bengals, and we dominated that game against Joe Burrow. The fact of the matter is, for that game, was that in a universe that we faced Joe Burrow, yeah. So, yeah. What? So, yeah. This series. Okay, let's see. Okay, first and goal. Touchdown. Liam Crow, the most injury. Yeet. Mario Williams. Yeah, yeet. "64-yard field goal. Sorry for not talking. Time for Morton Anderson. And it works. Yeah, yeet. So, first down and 10. Liam Crow just getting bamboozled. Just getting like, oh, I'm so scared. I am so tiny. I am from West Virginia. I am from the Big 12. Where? Did you? So, first down and goal. See, if you pitch backwards, it never works. Liam Crow into the end zone for a touchdown. Hip, hip, hooray. Early Williams, we just back up. Jamal Rollins on deck today. And kaboom, Arthur Smith out of nowhere gets the pick. And that's his first pick with 5 tackles. Hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, third down and 1. Joe McIntyre, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Obviously, we are going for it because it's Joe McIntyre. Throw it up to River Helms into the end zone for a touchdown. Hip hip hooray. I think so. Early Williams is going to tackle a guy that we don't know, because a guy we don't know is named D. Allen. So, fourth down and 14. Obviously, we're going to have to go for it. They're going for it because they don't want to be embarrassed on our home turf. And Early Williams gets his 5th interception of the season and the first interception of the game. And he's dancing. Hip hip hooray. Also, another thing, sometimes you just have to do your thing. Like, these kinds of routes and everything. I understand. Like, don't run up the clock. Don't run past your stats. That's what they're literally trying to do here. And I can't just, like, resist doing it. So, that happened. So, pass interference, defense. And I accepted it. And then I was just like, how do I like do this? So then I just basically ran a pass play, and Chuck Norris and the boys are gonna do well. So that's none of my concern from right now, really. Yeah, Travis Hunter scores a touchdown. That's gonna be the last touchdown of the game. See you guys in. Hello guys. Yes, we are going up against the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, this is gonna be really interesting, and I hope you guys enjoy this because, you know, this is gonna be interesting. So yeah. DK Metcalf, Travis Hunter. Yeah, it is what it is. Okay, yeah. And we start off passing. River Helms going into the end zone for a touchdown. And he actually gets injured. Which, that play didn't even make any sense. So now it's just like I'm trying to get a perfect game, even though like Joe McIntyre is constantly missing passes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and it's like ridiculous. And that was ridiculous and actually kind of stupid on my part because yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So like 3rd down and 7, that's what we have. Cover man 2. Cover 2 man, sorry. And DK Metcalf. Like, also, they don't have Russell Wilson, by the way. And their quarterback, I don't know who this quarterback is, but we didn't put the draft class in. McLeod. Chuck Norris is doing his thing for the Browns against Lamar Jackson, who we defeated 3 times or 2 times. So we almost faced the Pittsburgh Steelers because I would have wanted that to happen, but it would have been interesting. So 3rd down and 7. Rolling out, we tackle the halfback from behind. AJ Slaughter doing his thing. This is very terrible. 2nd down and 16. Throwing it up. Travis Hunter dances his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Middle fingers up in the air. No, actually, high fives up in the air. Air. Yeah, baby, I've been sleeping on my face. Sorry, And this quarterback can run. Oh my god. I don't know why this was happening. And jeez. We were actually being very close with the Seattle Seahawks. Their kicker's on Blair Walsh. And it was really ridiculous that I had that in my system, in my body. I don't know why, and that was almost picked off. So here's what happened. We kicked a field goal. It was not missed, first off. I don't miss field goals, okay? I don't miss field goals. I don't miss field goals, okay? I damn sure don't miss field goals, okay? Sorry. My anxiety, oh good lord. Yeah. Yeah. Rough Riders Anthem, DMX, rest in peace. I don't know much music, let me know down in the comment section below. But like, the Seattle Seahawks are battling us all the way through. I thought in my mind, you know how the Seattle Seahawks are now? They're terrible. But with Russell Wilson, they were good, especially with the Legion of Boom and everything. Imagine like this, okay? Imagine, excuse me, Marshawn Lynch running into the end zone for a touchdown. Tom Brady could have at least made a field goal or something, like put in that reach, or scored a touchdown. As you see, McLeod scores a touchdown. Yeah. They're down in 7. Yeah. Throwing the ball. First down in 10. First down in 10. Here we go. See, the issue is that most of this team is really good. Like, San Francisco is winning. I am not. And Joe Burrow apparently is on the 49ers and defeated Antoine Reed of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't even know if Antoine Reed is part of the Buccaneers. More Raymond Tyler Huntley being part of the Washington football team / Commanders. So, yeah, it is what it is, like that. And I just think, like, it's kind of awesome that, and actually, that quarterback has Omaha, and that quarterback threw to Steve Windsor into the end zone for a touchdown. That's his 3rd interception of the game, and we stopped him just like that. And I gotta say, believe it or not, it's kind of cool to see it like that. and I understand it's kind of, kind of interesting. However, it's not cool where it's like interesting where it's like yeah, it's quite not interesting as much, where it's still like it's not cool, it's not fun going up against the Seattle Seahawks. Like back if I played Madden 15, or I didn't play Madden 15, but I'm pretty sure if I played Madden 25 or Madden I didn't play Madden 13 and 25. And I mean Madden 13 and 15. However, if I played those games, I'm pretty sure I would get defeated by the Seahawks. In this case, the Seahawks are just bad because they traded away Russell Wilson. They released Bobby Wagner. They cut down a lot of the Legion of Boom. And I don't know if the Legion of Boom could like reassemble into what it is now. Because they had like a Legion of Boom 2.0 going on. But I don't think that could ever possibly work out. A Legion of Boom 2.0. Because you have Jamal Adams. I don't know about like the Griffin brothers, and who are part of the UCF teams that went crazy, and I don't know about like certain teams back in the day that did very terrible. I don't know about that, and I kind of saw something interesting inside about the teams, considering that we went pinch, and it was kind of crazy what happened. We went pinch, and the quarterback literally had to do like the shot clock stop thing, it's kind of stupid in a way. I don't know why they do that. I have no clue why they do that kind of thing. And this happened, which scared me. I don't know what I was thinking at that point, because it's ridiculous. And I don't know what's causing my anxiety, so I'm sorry. So basically, we went like this again. I don't know why. And I was calling timeouts, and I don't know why. This is the thing with me. I called timeouts and stuff like that, and Jalen Hurts is part of the Broncos. Are you kidding me? And we went like that, and there was almost a chance that they won, but they didn't. Yeah, we won. So, hi guys. If you saw the last video, there was supposed to be a triple header on a certain day on the 13th, or the 6th actually, August 6th. As I explained, in the Arizona Cardinals franchise, I am kind of disappointed with everything. And I understand a lot of people are not going to understand that. However, please make do with your time. Please make sure that you understand that I am not quitting, and I'm going to be choosing what college I would surround myself in and everything. What I want you guys to consider is the fact that I am doing this series for fun, and I would do this for anyone. And as you see, this is the final season, of course. I, however, will not give like a final update because there are so many good players, so many historical like players on this team that could be like Hall of Famers instantly. Although you never know for me if I'm ever gonna do a season 10. So season 9 is gonna be a finale. And what I will state is that I might like look back in the catalog of certain franchises and see which one's the best. And if I ever do a Detroit Lions one, I will also do that. And I will make sure that I will do whatever it takes to make sure that this team becomes like great and is also one of the best for its time. And yeah. And you also might be thinking to yourselves like, Raul, do you have any plans of making other series of Madden 22? Because Madden 23 just came out. Of course. I'm gonna make sure that the prices drop low, and yeah. Although we have a game called NHL 23 coming out. If anybody doesn't realize, I haven't played NHL 23, an NHL game in a long ass time. Sorry, language. I have always wanted to pick up an NHL game. So, if I decide to buy NHL 23, because I said this about NHL 22 and 21, let me know, what team would you want me to go to for be a pro? What position would you want? What college and everything? And also, another thing is I, myself, Rahul, will make sure that I go to the correct team and also get drafted. Because I was trying to do like a CHL thing. I wanted to get drafted, everything, like a proper kind of thing, but I realized that was too risky, I think. And also, another thing, these players are gonna be legends. If I ever combine all of my franchises into one, like some kind of god franchise, I'm pretty sure that it will be goated. Especially like golden tickets, so yeah. And yes, I am playing a game right now just to make sure I calm my nerves. And interception 28-10. I understand it's like kind of ridiculous. However, you have to understand the circumstances. I am a good player. I am a very good player. However, most importantly, I guess a good Madden player. And hold up, I will say this: I may not be good at like competitions or anything. However, I do know how to make a good series. And already Joe McIntyre decides to run 2 touchdowns and 2 picks. Seriously? And I'm doing a backspin. Yep. That actually happens. And yeah. So also another thing. No re-recordings of any games. Well, I don't remember. So this is kind of a good series. I'm doing this for you, doing this for myself. And since the final episode, we're leaving it off a good note. You guys have watched the Cardinals one. So that's kind of interesting to see how you guys are like, kind of like having fun with that. That Arizona Cardinals series is like kind of fun. I do enjoy the series. That series, I might create a guy or from scratch. I might use like an auto-generated draft class because, and also it's going to be a very quick series depending on what I want. I might go undefeated with the Arizona Cardinals. You may never know. I will state that some of the most important things is like some of the most important things is that like I did this, which is good, and I made sure I had fun. And that's the most important thing. Jordan Love is gone, actually, and we have the good guys here. And to tell you what, I didn't know what I was doing with my squad. However, we had a very good time, and Early Williams did his justice on the Chicago Bears. So, now we move on to Detroit. 5-3. Chuck Harrell. Joe McIntyre. Thursday Night Football primetime game. And you might be thinking to yourself, 19 interceptions, 4 picks, 18 interceptions, 7 picks. That is somewhat even, in my opinion. And I will state that is very, very, very good. To say the least. And by the way, this isn't Ford Field anymore that we upgraded to. So, yeah. So the Bears, so we've had the Eagles. I don't know about the Jaguars, but also the Detroit Lions have had new stadiums. And as Chicago, we just upgraded our stadium every single time. And to Soldier Field. I also wish, like in Madden, you had the ability to make like the Polo Grounds, because I understand the Polo Grounds is a baseball stadium. However, it was also used as a football stadium. Because of the absurdity of like most baseball fields, because there's no correct dimensions, no like set dimensions of a baseball field besides the diamond of the baseball diamond for home plate, first base, second base, third base. The thing is that in baseball, beside for the foul territory and everything, the dimensions are completely up to like the creator of the baseball park and field, depending on what's it called. It works both ways, trust me. So it works both ways and it makes sense. However, there's no set dimensions. So, I will state that in certain scenarios, it would make sense. So, in short, would I want the Polo Grounds to be back? 100% I want the Polo Grounds to be back. If Madden, especially franchise mode, could like institute a stadium creator like thing to make like a custom stadium, and if they could do like the Polo Grounds, that would be sick. Seriously, if they could do the Polo Grounds, that would be sick. So, like, the Polo Grounds would be sick. Although, I will state that excuse me. Like, yeah, it wouldn't make sense, however, trust me. It would be fun, including Morton Anderson, like, running these plays and actually working. Like, they don't track kicker, a punter, passing, rushing, receiving stats, so yeah. Also, this is not RPO peak zone. Excuse me, this is not RPO peak zone bubble. Yeah. So here. And Detroit, I will say for Detroit that this is one of the best Detroit teams since we faced. And this is sad to say, but this is the last time that we're actually going to face a good Detroit team. Because, I'm going to state this, Detroit is really good. Now, compared to, like, the Chicago Bears, the Minnesota Vikings, and the Green Bay Packers of the world, our clashes with them in past years, including simulation, overall, the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers had so much damage. The Detroit Lions didn't have so much damage. Sorry for messing up my voice. So, a voice crack, excuse me. The idea that the fact that the Lions could even compete against us or even lose against us but have a winning record That's impressive. I gotta say, that's impressive. Because, you know, this is a squad that's had so much misery that you know what, I don't care. So, yeah. It is what it is. This is a team that, along with the Bears, we had to build up. Now, like I said, for my, as I mentioned in the previous, the Cardinals franchise, excuse me, if I am, gonna make a quarterback, running back, receiver kind of career mode, or even a corner, linebacker, defensive tackle, defensive end, you know, I am possibly gonna be like this. Sorry. And, oh my god. Sorry if I'm so out of focus right now. Because of the fact that, because of just certain things in my mind anyway. Anyway. So as you see, Philip Russ. So, like, Philip Russ, man. You don't know how much I actually love Philip Russ and Liam Crow, you guys. Those guys are, like, guys that I would want on my team. And the fact that, excuse me, the fact that Philip Russ has had the speed and I've managed to get a kick return touchdown, a punt return touchdown with this man right here is impressive. Now, regular season, I don't know, but in the postseason, yes. A punt return and a kick return for a touchdown, and I managed to do that 100%. And Early Williams is willing to get picks for days. Would you like to join? Windsor, Eli Ricks, Marcus Banks. Yeah, Marcus Banks is like one of those cornerbacks that's like in a forgotten world of like the lore of this franchise, because out of nowhere Marcus Banks earned Super Bowl MVP one time, and it's rare for defensive players to win like an actual MVP or a Super Bowl MVP, things like that, because it's rare, and like quarterbacks can win it, wide receivers can win it, running backs can win it. It's rare for a defensive player to win it, and even rarer for an actual special teams player to win it. And good job, Early Williams, for getting 2 interceptions in a game, and that's the 8th interception. 8. So after this season, for most of the for some of the guys that we created, we are gonna be in one hell of a ride. One good hell of a ride, because all of them are automatic qualifiers for the Canton Hall of Fame. At least some of them who've had an impact, including Morton Anderson, who does we do stuff like that. I do have to let you guys know that Baker Mayfield is on the Colts and Joe Burrow is on the 49ers. I think I said that earlier in the video. However, this is like a separate recording, so I'm going to say this right now. Audio recording that's going to be attached to the rest of the audio recordings that Yeah, and I haven't actually done live commentary in like one sitting, one video, because I never really do that. Third interception for Early Williams. Yep, look how happy he is. So that's the 9th interception for him this season. So I could do like an something. However, it's gonna be really hard or do like corner, like a defensive. So if I'm gonna do a halfback or a wide receiver, I will like think about doing like a backstory, not throwing interceptions, obviously. I do want to do NCAA 14, College Football Dynasty. I've always talked about that. However, I don't know about that, and the fact of the matter is, I need to do it. And as you see, we win a shutout here, a shutout, and we're facing the Baker Mayfield, no Baker Mayfield Atlanta Falcons, who we faced off against, and in a playoff, and that could have went undefeated at the same time as the Chicago Bears. That did not happen, and they still made the playoffs, I think, but lost against us or another team. I'm not completely sure. However, this just shows, this could mean something. And Dallas won against the Washington football team. You know, I don't know if Tyler Huntley is part of the Washington football team. I always made fun of that because, Tyler Huntley. And, I was looking and Jalen Hurts is part of the Broncos, which makes no sense. Lamar Jackson, oh my god. We faced off, we faced off against Cleveland Browns. We faced off against the Indianapolis Colts. We faced off against Kansas City Chiefs 3 times. 1, 2, 3. We faced against the Baltimore Ravens twice. Well, that can't be correct. Browns. Okay. Indianapolis Colts. Kansas City twice. Baltimore Ravens twice. I'm trying to... Oh, good lord. Browns. Indianapolis Colts. Chiefs, Ravens, Chiefs, Ravens, Chiefs, Bengals. Yeah, so I faced at least the Chiefs 3 times throughout the series. And, yeah. Because it's, ridiculous to me. It makes sense, so... yeah, I faced off against... So, oh good lord. It's gonna be hard. So, Browns, Colts, Chiefs, Ravens, Chiefs, Bengals. And I was kind of hoping for season 9, the finale, I would face off against the entire AFC North Division. However, at the same time, I wanted the Browns to make it so badly. Because, They have a super fire squad. I made 3 X Factors on each team for them. Although, I tried to do this with Derek Carr one time. That didn't work out, so my apologies. And yeah, doing fake field goals like this does not work. Especially if you're like a super team that dominated the league for 9 seasons. Yeah. Now, in the real NFL, if they actually did this, there might be a concern or the fact that, like, it's not possible. So, like, oh, another thing. Derek Carr is part of the oh, good lord. The Titans. Oh, good lord. Like, and Deshaun Watson is part of the Texans. I am not even going to comment on that. Yeah, I'm not even going to comment on that because, yeah. And in this scenario, at least, yeah. And there's actually a pass interference call, and we accept it. And Kansas City is 8-2 with Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. He still has Patrick Mahomes. They have Patrick Mahomes. Guys, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Nicole Hardman. We got Tyreek Hill. We changed him to strong safety and shipped him out to, like, the Atlanta Falcons. And he retired because he was very bad. I didn't want an extra wide receiver. I was like, why do we have Tyreek Hill? And Tyreek Hill wouldn't even leave the Kansas City Chiefs. Although he did leave to the Miami Dolphins, which is a little bit questionable. However, like, okay, let me think, let's put it in this context. Alex Smith was a 49er, a Chief, a Redskins slash football team, football team, Washington. I'm referring to Washington if you can't tell. And, yeah. I'm using the former name and the current name, so give me some slack. I know it's kind of sensitive, so I'm just gonna, And 4 interceptions. The only person who would do that is, I don't know, Jameis Winston. Anyway, as I was saying, this is a team that you guys, I hope, make sure it goes well. You guys thank me. Andre Reed, take over the crown for the one, the only. Oh, actually, they're 3-7. Oh, good lord. Well, that doesn't. Wow, I take that back real bad. Townsend. Yeah. Like, that's the thing about this team, is that the New England Patriots, Josh Allen against Mac Jones. You don't normally hear that, and I understand, like, yeah, it's kind of nice when you think about it. And the Atlanta Falcons are going on 4th down every single time. I am very curious on why, and that was a Moss. Oh my god. Seriously? And his name was Valentine, okay. I am not even going to say anything about that. So, 2-minute warning. The Atlanta Falcons have a chance. This is weird. Crazy. So, rolling out. I throw it away. because it's like offensive line AI is kind of trash. It's kind of ridiculous and more or less cringeworthy. Like, yeah. So the career mode that I'm gonna talk about, I might create a new quarterback, running back, whatever, and use space for the franchise. Or I'm going to continue where I left off with the Jacksonville Jaguars, go undefeated and everything. Now, I might simulate some games with that, just to see how it goes. And I might not play them, just for realism, of course. Yeah. 33-21. Sorry for the glitch. Right. 9-0 against 7-2. Obviously, this is kind of an interesting phase. And the fact of the matter is, this is interesting. Because, one thing's for sure. Larry Ellington, no Tyler Huntley. Some of the superstars that we have faced over the last couple of seasons have come from top tier squads, top tier teams, top tier everything. And the thing is, that is a good thing. So that is a good thing. Because I will state that that is a good thing. Because not only that, I will make sure that it's a good thing. So yeah. Oh my god, I'm yawning. Excuse me. Yeah, and so, I am very proud of what's gonna happen, so, yeah. Anyway, so, I'm checking my phone real quick. During a recording, yes. I do that. So, how do I explain this? With words, actually. Yeah, it's so much fun. Yeah. Interception. Yay. Yay. Alright. Yeah, we're facing off against the Washington football team. Yeah. If you guys want to see, a different Madden or something else, because I'm doing, CFB controversies, college football controversies, playoff controversies, and the first one, as of today, and this video will be available at 7:30-ish. So you guys are gonna tune in until at least 10 p.m. ish or 10:46, depending on how long you watch. This is a video that I'm very proud of. It's kind of new content in a way. After that, though, I am gonna tell you guys the next video that I'm gonna be uploading after this one. It's the 2022 College Football Playoff National Championship controversy. And this stems from Georgia losing in the SEC College Football Championship, and they could have been replaced by Baylor, Utah, Pittsburgh, Notre Dame, and the Raging Cajuns, whatever you say. However, I do want to state that Cincinnati could have won, Michigan could have won, Alabama versus Michigan, Cincinnati versus Georgia, Cincinnati versus Michigan. Hey, and besides, yeah, it makes sense to me. However, it doesn't make sense to everybody. 28-3, 28-10. Third down and 9. Travis Hunter. It's like we have good guys now. Travis Hunter, bam. He is the only, I'm going to say this right now, he is the only person on our squad in the history of in the NFL to crack 2,000-yard seasons twice. Wait, I'm going to rephrase that. AJ Slaughter picks off the quarterback, and it's a pick 6. And the Washington football team has a new stadium. They left FedEx Field. Wow. 4th down and 8. I'm actually running, I'm not doing first person kind of thing. And they actually get a first down with Curtis Samuel. I think if it is Curtis Samuel, I'm not sure. They're going for 4th down again. Now I do the defensive look. First person. Detroit won against Houston in a close game. Windsor picks it off. That's the first interception for Windsor. 5th interception this season. 5 picks. Good quality corners. And it's like, we have a very good team, so, hey. And I have activated Omaha before with Joe McIntyre. I gave it to Liam Crow. It is what it is. Like, if I'm going to make a draft class for this team, and as you see, we're going up against Green Bay Packers. Not Aaron Rodgers, not Jordan Love. It's somebody else. I will state that this is going to be a good quality team. It's going to be a good quality team. Draft class. And if I had to pick the top 3 guys from offense and defense at least, this is going to sound crazy. So for defensive ends, straight up Aiden Hutchinson. Or Trayvon Walker, so that's a tie. Then I would pick AJ Slaughter, Memphis, and then the final one, the corner. It's a tie between Early Williams and Marcus Banks. Here's why for Marcus Banks. He's a Super Bowl MVP. Early Williams came in late, and he's had the most impact on defense when it came to like corners and stuff, cornerbacks and stuff like that. He's been a leader in the cornerback department. Marcus Banks is kind of like a what if story. So even though he was a Super Bowl MVP, and touchdown. Aiden Hutchinson and, well, Kayvon Thibodeau, actually that would have been a tie, so scratch Trayvon Walker. They're kind of new additions and to the defensive line, so yeah. No, not Kayvon Thibodeau, Trayvon Walker, never mind. I'm just confused, guys. So then I actually go into coaching. This is gonna. I looked at the tackles. Aiden Hutchinson and Kayvon Thibodeau were not in. So we have Aiden Hutchinson, Kayvon Thibodeau as defensive tackles, and Trayvon Walker as a right end. That just shows like how much I wanted to do with this draft class. And I put Kenny Pickett as a backup free safety, which should just tell you like what the heck. Like, bro, what are you doing? This is a squad that I have admired. I've always wanted to do good. Like it's amazing, essentially. And we've had so many battles with the Green Bay Packers, the Minnesota Vikings, now the Detroit Lions. We have so many battles with sort of like conference teams in the conference teams within the NFC, and it makes sense. Like the Cleveland Browns demolished the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Andre Reed is not doing well. Like, we went that one time we went up against the Carolina Panthers. We went up against them, and it was literally on the line. Against them. And if Christian McCaffrey would have went into the end zone for a touchdown, it was over, essentially. And it was on their home field, not on our own field, because we were in the wild card round, not in the divisional, not in as a first seed or any of seeds. We were in the wild card round, and we were battling essentially the LA Rams, Minnesota Vikings, and the Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers, out of the three games I mentioned, were close. And then we faced the Cleveland Browns. We won the Super Bowl. The rest is history. In this sense, we're taking on like another quarterback of a Green Bay Packers squad that could have been great, essentially. And the fact of the matter is, that it's kind of insane because like it's weird. It's insane, so like I don't really talk about it as much. However, it's like, okay. I don't really care much. However, it's like okay, it is what it is. So and we're losing, actually, against them. And it's quite interesting to see. Like, we are going up against the third quarterback against the Green Bay Packers. And they're doing this to us. Like, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love, and Clifford. We have old phase across this kind of generation of the quarterbacks of the Green Bay Packers. Pass interference goal, oh my god. Then for the Minnesota Vikings, we face Kirk Cousins and Durant. And then for the Detroit Lions, we face off against Jared Goff, Colin Kaepernick, actually, and we faced off against Chuck Harrell. So that's interesting. I guess the favorite quarterback I've ever faced off against is Jordan Love, because like we faced him so much that it was literally battles of like the division, the conference for the division essentially, and whenever we faced off against the wild card round or anything, it was always a battle. And the Jets won against the Lions. Okay, wow. To me, this is interesting. You know why? What if a team like this could happen? Essentially, in a hypothetical world, the NHL, the NBA, well, I don't know about the MLB, however, the NHL, the NBA have their squads. They have their fun. Back in the olden days of the NHL, you had the Montreal Canadiens go on certain Stanley Cup runs and wins, and they are enshrined in NHL dynasty status. Same thing with the New York Islanders. Same thing with the Edmonton Oilers. And now the Tampa Bay Lightning. Modern Tampa Bay Lightning, not old school Tampa Bay Lightning. For the NBA, you had the Minneapolis Lakers, now the LA Lakers. You had the Boston Celtics. You had the New York Knicks at one point. You had Michael Jordan with his Chicago Bulls. You then had the Detroit Pistons. Then you saw the resurgence of like the LA Lakers and certain dynasties. Then you had the San Antonio Spurs, which is crazy to say that. Then you had the Miami Heat. Then you had the Golden State Warriors, or currently the Golden State Warriors. And finally, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Back to back to back to back. And they won one out of the three. And they faced all against the Golden State Warriors. Which is insane, to be honest. And Baker Mayfield, oh my god. I already said he's on the Colts. What I'm trying to say is this. Dynasties can happen. However, it's really hard for dynasties to come by. Because of the simple fact that it rarely is impossible. Technically, it is possible. However, if you look at different eras and certain things, then you have to understand a lot of times that we have to understand that as time goes on, rule changes are put into place and everything, right? However, as you see, I'm going with a fake field goal to tie it. And it actually works. Yeah, we tied it. Close game on deck. Alert. Anyway, dynasties can happen. They're based on the era that they come from. And the number of teams. So, for example, the original 6 with the Montreal Canadiens, I mentioned, they won, like, the Stanley Cup, I don't know how many times. However, it was in the original 6 era. And the fact of the matter is, it happened like that. The Boston Celtics, their dynasty was based around the fact that it was centered around 8 or 9 teams back in the NBA, taking way more shots, having more possessions, and goaltending was legal. And the playoff formats were completely different back in that time than it is now. And so, like, you have to understand, certain dynasties have formed because of certain things. And I also missed a field goal. Oh, good lord. I have to stop Clifford. It sounds so weird, Clifford the big red dog. This is Clifford the quarterback. Anyway, this is a squad that I really enjoy, so thank you guys. Could this ever happen realistically? Possibly not. However, if you watched my Arizona Cardinals dynasty video, and we picked it off with Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith tries to take it back to the house, but can't. You might think that... Excuse me. You might think that this is a squad that could never happen in the NFL. Look. No one has ever tried going forward back-to-back 4 straight Super Bowls since the Buffalo Bills. That's never happened, and it will never happen again. Why? Because the Buffalo Bills were so talented, they lost 4 straight. And one of the Super Bowls they got decimated against. So, yeah, you kind of have to think about it. And we are not missing a field goal this time. Yeah. And the Eagles won against the New York Giants. More like New Jersey. Anyway. So I actually backed out of this and I did a squib kick. Bear this in mind. I did a squib kick. And I wanted to try this out for good reason. Because, yeah, for good reason. So if you've been watching my Arizona Cardinals Express League, you would understand that this is a really... Arizona Cardinals might go on for 5 seasons. I don't want to try to break my own records. I don't want to take up so much time as I possibly can. Because I'm going to play on key moments, because realism and everything. If I'm ever going to play like a full game, it will always be the Arizona Cardinals. Now, could I do a relocation franchise Express League? Sure. However, that might not happen. We essentially won the game, and this is pretty good. Based off of that. Here, I'm just running the ball with Jahmyr Gibbs. And yeah, we're just showing the clock. We're gonna win the game. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So now on to the 3-8 Minnesota Vikings. This is possibly one of the best games I've ever had. So I'm just saying, like, this is great. Like, thank you so much, for this opportunity. It really does mean a lot. However, I'm gonna state that it's interesting. It's really interesting to see that. So, sorry for not talking for a little bit. This is just me. Monroe St. Brown is actually an X Factor on the he's on the he's on the Detroit Lions. He was originally part of the Chicago Bears, essentially, and I put him with Jamar Chase as a tight end. Then later on, I decided to ship them both out with lots of other stars that we had, some backups and everything, to make sure, like, we had transfer portal guys. And I think we did a very good job of that. Now, the thing is that if you want me to do a Legends draft or something like that, you have to let me know down in the comment section below. Because the thing is with most draft classes is that I checked the 1936 draft class. I checked the draft for 1936 if it was available. It wasn't available because it just isn't. And so for the Arizona Cardinals, I did 2022, I did 2023, and I'm also gonna do 2024. Now, I don't know about 2025, 2026, because those draft classes haven't come out yet, or they're not available. However, I am going to be pumping out more Arizona Cardinals after this, because if you watch the videos, you will realize it's rookies, and I want to do some things with rookies. After that, it might be a Legends with a little bit of a twist. Now NHL. Yeah, and yeah, we got picked off. Great. Anyway, so NBA 2K has like historical teams. Madden that doesn't. NHL does. MLB doesn't have for some reason. I don't know why. I just don't understand why. It just wouldn't make any sense, you know, and we get picked off again. Yeah, and this is old. I'm playing on my OG, the original Xbox One. I don't know if I'm going to switch to the Xbox Series S or X. However, if I do, I'm going to say goodbye to the Xbox One. And I might sell it or give it away. So, yeah. Touchdown. Tight ends. Yeah. Texas Tech boys. Not Rectum Tech. No. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. 4th down and 5. Oh my god. You see, this is what happens usually during videos. This is live commentary. And it just makes me sick. So Durant, yes. So Kirk Cousins and Durant. Like, we have faced so many good quarterbacks, throughout the years of this franchise that if you saw the the absurdity of the Arizona Cardinals one, you would understand why I would be saying that. If you don't understand that, I don't know who will. I also do want to state this. How do I explain this? It makes no sense at all that it just doesn't make any sense. So we won 49-26 score. Next up, we are going up against the Buffalo Bills. Then we're taking on 3 back-to-back divisional NFC West opponents. The Rams, who we faced off so many times. The 49ers. And finally, the Arizona Cardinals. My next project. You guys have to understand that this is gonna be the Arizona Cardinals. If I'm gonna do a franchise with a little bit of a twist It's gonna be a big twist, and I might try making a dynasty for fun out of 7th round picks, although it's hard to do that. And this happens. I don't know why Jahmyr Gibbs is in. Oh, actually, this is another thing. So, for certain formations, I think I did. I don't know if this is true. I decided to sub in and out of certain, like, in certain formations. And that's a blatant, penalty. And so like basically I had certain things happen. It's kind of interesting. And the fact of the matter is, yeah. So, yeah. It's one thing to say that I could say bury everything about the franchise, my channel's history. Like, I understand that the NHL 19, Nordiques, Rockies, Aces, Monarchs, I had so much fun with those 4 franchises. There was so much fun. I really did it. The Rockies were so much fun. Although, I didn't know they're like, I had a comment saying I have to use their franchise's jersey. And I featured losing, as usual. Toronto was also an interesting one, considering that it was very interesting. And also, I didn't know which game is which. So, that should tell you something. And, yeah. Yeah, I was not good with my editing, and also the fact that there was a double overtime championship game. Let me repeat that. A double overtime championship game. And it's not common for that to happen. However, I literally had the god tier of teams. Let me put it that. Every single person back in Madden 20 was literally a star development. And I'm going to say this right now, like, why would you have it as a star development? Bruh, I did that so much. It's kind of ridiculous to me. And so like this was the Buffalo Bills actually. and I said episode 17 of the Madden 20 God Toronto Mounties. God Toronto Mounties. Because they were literal gods. And this was the first year of X Factor abilities. Now in Mutt Ultimate Team, and I'm actually gonna speak on Mutt. I don't usually do that. However, I'm gonna say this. It's not good at all. And yeah. So like, we scored a touchdown. but like, this footage was amazing. Like, Josh Allen, like, back then, you couldn't, like, do customizations with certain, like, X factors or anything. You couldn't really do that, and Omaha wasn't even an X factor. It was an Ultimate Team X factor back in Madden 20, which made me really pissed off. And we had Michael Thomas at fullback, which I did not understand why. I think we had Michael Thomas, but like, we created so many players and stuff like that, and we had Devin Hester as well. So like, man, we had a fun time back in Madden 20. But the OGs will remember Madden 19 franchise, and that franchise was absolutely sick because that was the first ever, I guess, series where I actually did like something different other than like Madden Mobile. So like, actually that's a lie. NHL 19 was the series around me, the center. Then we did the Lunar Monarchs out of position team. It kind of changed a little bit. Then NBA 2K19, the San Diego Flames, my league expansion. Then it switched over to like Madden 20. I did another NBA 2K19 series, Madden 20 QB1 mode, where I did Texas Tech, Oakland Raiders, Madden Overdrive. I'm just listing things off here. I then did NHL 19 Nordiques, Rockies, Aces, Monarchs. That was a blast. NBA 2K21 Nashville Stars, Randall Cunningham Retro Madden 25 Career Mode. I might get rid of Retro. On every single one of those videos. Then Madden 22 QB Pace of Franchise. Then this one. Because, yeah. And I also will edit something here, as you're going to currently see this. It's no longer going to be... It's going to be Madden 22 Express League. Because... yeah. It's just going to be called... Express League. Because we're now doing different Express Leagues. Understand this should have been out, like, I'm gonna say this again, and I'm gonna look at the videos that I've uploaded. It should have been out on August 6th. However, I uploaded the Arizona Cardinals, and then the 27th is today. You're gonna see this. I'm actually really disappointed of the fact that I didn't upload. So what you're gonna see in the playlist is that I'm gonna have all my Chicago Bears franchises with me. Then I'm also gonna have the also Arizona Cardinals as well. Do I want to do another franchise again? Absolutely. Now on to LA Rams. Anyway, I'm not focused about that right now. Season 9 so far. We faced Detroit, New York, mostly New Jersey, Minnesota, Miami, New England, Seattle, Green Bay, Detroit, Washington, Green Bay, Minnesota, Buffalo, and now LA. Next up, next few games are going to be San Francisco, Arizona, and Indianapolis. This is also a dumb thing I've heard, and this is going to be really ridiculous to me. I don't understand why this happens at all. So yeah, I just don't understand. I'm also really proud of the fact that it just doesn't make me proud anymore. I understand it's like my editing was so bad back then. I just wanted to be happy. And Madden 20, we faced up against the Carolina Panthers. And we won that Super Bowl. So, like, yeah, that's quite odd. And I was, like, having fun with my punters, all that fun stuff. You know, so it was like really fun, and yeah, it was like really ridiculous for me because like I never really have done that stuff. I did like the I-Form 1 and Heisman Formations challenge. It was quite fun, to be honest. And I gave it to Jason or Jay Sanders one time, and it was a touchdown. Enough of that for now. Like, you have to understand, like, my content in order to get the fact that why I do a lot of franchise, like, means a lot to me. I have fun. I did a lot of Monarchs out of position squad, even though that lasted, like, 17 episodes. And I did like 4 games in one. That didn't really make sense to me. I didn't know how to edit back then. I used to title my videos in really bad ways. And like, that was me back then. And now I am completely different. And we faced up against the Houston Texans in the NFC Championship. And I really did my thing. And I literally was like, well, so like the series started in week 3 against the New England Patriots of season 1. Then I literally like changed it up completely. So much, like throughout my series, I always change it up to update titles and those things because it's like I have to get with the times. Although I don't have to. It's like certain games I can like understand which one they are. However, sometimes I don't know, and that's kind of alarming to me. Because like for the Burnaby Aces, I didn't know much. However, for the London Monarchs, I kept track, and it was fun. And it was really fun. I did the London Monarchs. You're not going to believe me when I say this. I did 95 episodes. I could have went for 100. However, I did 95. I was comfortable with that. Because 90, I hit the 90 episodes mark when I faced off against the Washington Capitals. And in season 6, in round 2, game 1. And during that series, during that great series, like stretch, we faced off against the Ottawa Senators in game 7. Excuse me. Then we faced off against the Washington Capitals in game 7. Then we faced off against the Columbus Blue Jackets in 4 games. Then we faced off against the Detroit Red Wings in Game 7. So, like, you can't fault me for this. And 25-19. I also did allow ties, which is another thing. So, like, so here's the thing, alright? For the London Monarchs, it's kind of interesting considering that I did a lot of gameplay. This is gonna sound weird. So, we faced off against the Winnipeg Jets. Then we faced off against the Winnipeg Jets again. Then we faced up against the Dallas Stars. Then we faced off against the Vancouver Canucks. Then we faced off against the Colorado Avalanche, the Detroit Red Wings. Literally, you can't make this stuff up. And I know I'm not focusing on the game. However, it's not Matthew Stafford. I think Matthew Stafford retired. And to be quite honest, I don't know who you think we're ready for. We're ready for anybody. And the fact of the matter is, it makes sense. So, like, hey, it is what it is. I do like this team. You can't fault me for that. I do love you guys very much. You guys mean a lot to me when it comes to this series, and so, like, it makes sense, though. It makes sense. So, like, yeah, I'm kind of happy about that. Yeah, yeet. So, like, it's like me, it's like, you guys have to understand what happens in this space. Like, we're doing well, and 33-26, this is a close game. I like close games, so nah. If you heard that, that was KSI. Having to turn the volume down. Oh my god. So, yeah. Yeah. And one thing's for sure, I hope you guys understand the fact that this is so much fun. This is literally my wanting to be successful in the franchise business, because I love franchise. I really do love franchise. And if I'm going to do MLB, I'm going to do MLB. I'm going to do NBA. Heck, let's go NBA. However, yeah. And the Red Sox, oh my god. I'm not going to comment on the Red Sox right now. Hopefully, they have a good turnaround. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. And yeah, oh my god, sorry. It just, to me, it really makes sense where you have like, you have to understand, like, oh my god, what? The fact that you did this? Like, it makes so much sense. Also, at the same time, it doesn't. And I think everybody knows why it doesn't. So, like, yeah. Like, Travis Hunter scores a touchdown. And this game, we're going up against the 49ers. And guess who they have? Guess who they freaking have? Joe Burrow at quarterback. Bro, you couldn't make this stuff up. So, Joe Burrow, we annihilated the Cincinnati Bengals in the Super Bowl. We won. However, in the grand scheme of things, he left Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, all those guys to the 49ers. And I couldn't make this stuff even more. He's actually a really good quarterback leading his team potentially to a Super Bowl. The 49ers. Okay, here's one thing I will say. Jimmy Garoppolo right now could make it. He could be a San Francisco 49er legend. But in terms of, like, being an NFL legend, he's not there. However, he's the only quarterback since Joe Montana to, like, make it to, like, 2 NFC Conference Championship games. And make it to a Super Bowl, even though he lost. The thing is that this is a squad. This is a team. This is a team. And you better believe that this is a team. So, it is what it is. I will say that this is a squad. They have an X Factor. I don't know who. That's Joey Bosa, isn't it? It's Joey Bosa. And oh my god. It really makes no sense at all why Joey Bosa has this X Factor ability activated. Anyway, Joe McIntyre is about to break 5,000 passing yards. It's possible, actually. San Francisco is trying to come back. They're not going to come back. And if I have to give it to Travis Hunter every single time, I will give it to Travis Hunter every single time. And we haven't thrown a pick yet. So now it's the fourth quarter. 10-minute quarters. I might, the thing is, I might switch it up for the Arizona Cardinals. So, obviously, we're gonna have to chew, oh, frick, I didn't even chew cock! However, we do give it to Liam Crow. We give it in for a touchdown. It's quite ridiculous to me. Detroit is gonna beat the living crap out of Green Bay. And I give it to Liam Crow. That's so much fun. Oh, whoa, wow. 19-14. Yep. And San Francisco, man. They actually have the ball somehow. They got, like, I think, the ball back, and Joe Burrow is literally trying to prove his worth. Like, he doesn't, I don't think he has Deebo Samuel. I don't think he does. And we're gonna literally try and stop him. We only have Eli Ricks and Erling Williams at this point. And they have an unknown running back that I don't know of. Like, literally, he transformed the squad into, like, a GOAT team. Are you kidding me? And this team has, like, playoff implications here. And it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, oh my god. What? Seriously, it doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, as I was saying, this is a squad, okay? This is a squad, and Joe Burrow knows how to do his crap. It's the 2-minute warning. However, I am going to state this. This is a close-up contest with Joe Burrow we've had so far. And this is interesting. Sack with Kayvon Thibodeau. Next up, they're running hurry up. This is good for Eli Ricks and some of the other boys. A SWAT. That was a key moment. And it was 4th down. Okay. So, they're gonna use their timeouts. Actually, they were forced, so technically how it works in the 2-minute mark, and this is kind of weird in my opinion, if you hypothetically if player gets injured, they have to basically, you are charged with a timeout. We get sacked, which is bad. So then I decide to punt. Okay. I decide to punt. It was a good punt. A very big punt. And we forced a fumble, however, they picked it back up. If we would have picked it back up, it would have been different. And Zach Wilson is 9-6. Oh my god, the New York Jets. Oh my god. In what universe would the New York Jets be a contender? Anyway. So, now, you do have to consider what Joe Burrow has to do. I didn't consider the San Francisco 49ers to be a contender. But since Joe Burrow and Joe McIntyre have no interceptions, this is big. And Jordan Love is on the Washington football team, and Justin Fields. Oh my god. New York Giants. How have the tides turned for this squad? Jeez. And I don't know if Antonio Brown is playing, but hey, it is what it is. Josh Allen is playing. You have Dak Prescott versus Deshaun Watson. I'm not even going to comment on that. San Francisco scored a touchdown, so now we're tied 38-38. Hey, you know what time it is? It's time for Travis Hunter. Or I could take the easy route and just be like, hey, it is what it is. So I did it. I gave it to Mario Williams. I taunt. However, I had to be careful of what I was doing because I could literally chew the clock. See, look at that. So I had to be careful. And I scored a touchdown. It's gonna sound crazy. Denver beat Kansas City. In this scenario, 44-38, I went into this because I had to squib kick. Okay. You might be thinking to yourself, like, Raul, like, what? So, obviously, I would squib kick. So, now we squib kick the ball. We obviously tackle for good purposes. We obviously run this kind of defense, of course. Kenny Pickett doing Kenny Pickett things. They throw up the ball, and Deontay Rose, oh my god. Arizona versus Las Vegas. So Joe Burrow, oh my god, had his chance to be the great one. 5 touchdowns in this game. And it's insane. But with 3 seconds left on the clock, oh my god, this is going to be insane. Jalen Hurts against Patrick Mahomes. Okay. Anyway. He didn't heave it. I pick it off. And for good measure, I did a pick six. And we won. Next up, Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals. Hey, you know, they don't have A.J. Green, they don't have Larry Fitzgerald, they don't have DeAndre Hopkins. You know, it is what it is. And it's like, hey, you know what? 30 touchdowns, 12 picks, 45 touchdowns, 12 picks. Oh, good lord. I can't be talking. We're playing at Soldier Field. You know, we scored 2 touchdowns right off the bat. This is so bad. Dolphins won it. Okay. And Joe McIntyre just using his legs. You know, I've had perfect games, which is quite interesting. And the fact of the matter is, yeah, this guy right here has the most perfect games. Like a 1 perfect passer rating game in football. I'm not talking baseball because that's really hard. So, yeah. If I did that, then that would be interesting. Other than the fact that I have a pick, and it was returned by Marlon Humphrey. Okay. Is it Marlon Humphrey? Okay. So I ran this play, and it was a big toss. So a big field goal. Oh my god. And this is 63 yards at Soldier Field. We've like, and it's not an accurate kick, however, it's a very good kick. by Morton Anderson. 17-3, 17-10, so kind of a close game, but not really. I decided to switch it up just a little bit, so Philip Rivers is on a slant. I give it to Philip Rivers. Boom, touchdown. So I'm including Philip Rivers a lot more in this kind of formation, like a bunch formation, a bench formation, if you call it like that, because it looks like a bench. Like, Alright, Williams, yay. 31-10. Travis Hunter. Booyah. Travis Hunter, the king of the NFL. And, oh, we missed an extra point. Really? Okay. Might I add that Travis Hunter is the GOAT of the wide receiver class. And we are sacked. Offensive line, buddies. If we had a good offensive line, we would go undefeated for days. And, yeah, that is very factual. Although, I might add that the fact of the matter is, yeah, it's just, yeah. Ooh, hey, our tight ends are doing really well. We run out the clock to the fourth quarter. Seven and nine. Literally, the only teams that are going to make it are the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. So, what I'm actually going to do, since, you know, they're actually going on fourth down. Kyler Murray, bruh, are you kidding me? Oh my god. Bruh. And his tight end dropped it. Cough. Oh my god. What? Okay. And Travis Hunter is lined up at the slot. That makes no sense, and I have Omaha activated. Yeah. Indianapolis Colts. Who do they have? Mark Tennant. And he's an X factor. So literally, okay, so the Rams, the San Francisco 49ers, the Arizona Cardinals, and the Indianapolis Colts all have playoff implications. And Baker Mayfield is wanting some revenge from the last time we faced off against him, where we freaking brutalized them. And I was like, if you saw the footage that I ran it in for a pick six, yeah, I did that. So, also another thing, it's like, I love doing pick sixes so much. It's my favorite thing. Also my favorite thing is Travis Hunter. my guy. 88 receptions, bro. I can't even do 100. And I think he broke Randy Moss's record. Like, Travis Hunter is going to be a star. I could put him at corner, but it's a little bit odd for me. So, this is the third season that he cracked 2,000 yards. One 2,000 yard season, multiply that by, what, 3? So, yeah, it is what it is with Travis Hunter. And Mark Tennant is on the Indianapolis Colts. Quadruple coverage. Oh, 4th down and 20. That's not a good sign. I actually decided to punt, but then this happened. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to fake punt it. And I throw it to X. The catching is so bad. Like, oh god. And Baker Mayfield, welcome to the team. Welcome to the Indianapolis Colts, where quarterbacks are bound to be trash. Phillip Rivers, Andrew Luck to Jacoby Brissett, to Phillip Rivers, to Carson Wentz, to Matt Ryan, now to Baker Mayfield. Yay! Although, I don't know if I'm going to play Madden 23, maybe NHL 23. Let's see what happens with that. And I don't know if NHL 23 is going to be, like, it's actually going to be, yeah, it's next gen, but, like, man, it's, like, really ridiculous. It's not, like, a new version or anything, like, new features or anything. NHL's, like, kind of disregarded the EA NHL. EA FIFA is, like, they couldn't secure the rights to, like, the FIFA, like, thing. So it's, oh my god. We give it to River Helms. Yep. So, 8,000 career receiving yards. So, I do want to add this. So, I'm just happy that this series is going to end. So that way I can focus here on Cardinals. Madden 22 Express League. Okay. This is like the first thing I've ever tried something new, even though it's not an original idea. I have to give credit where credit's due. T. Barrett, obviously, giving credit to him. And also the players is like Param Crow, so I do like that. Immediately give it to Travis Hunter. So, like I said, I've always wanted to do a college football dynasty on NCAA 14. However, I don't know which university to do. If I were to do a custom one, or if I did one of the 126 teams, that should not be a limit actually, because yeah. And I don't know about the EA College Football 23. I don't know about that. There should be, if I have to state this, there should be a Canadian Football League video game and an Arena Football League video game. That would actually work. That would actually work out really well. And yeah. I will work on a video about that. However, I don't have time for that. And yeah. And this is considered a sack, bro. Why does oh frick. Deshaun Watson defeated the New England Patriots. Great. Huh. Morton Anderson. Good job. 31-16. At some point, they should do like a fair catch kick, which is allowed in the NFL and high school football, not college football. I'm gonna state that. And thankfully, this was a fake punt, and I picked it off with Early Williams. That's his 10th pick. Bro, what are we doing? This is the pinnacle of undefeated seasons. Like, we have had 2. We're gonna have 2. And we're gonna go undefeated. Like, although if there was a certain scenario, if we went undefeated and another team went undefeated in both seasons, then it would be like crazy. And sometimes it works out like that. Other times it doesn't work out like that. I don't know what Baker Mayfield is doing. Anyway, Baker Mayfield, the guy who was an X Factor on the Cleveland Browns, left to the Atlanta Falcons, which makes no sense, then left that squad to the Indianapolis Colts. So literally he brought this, every single squad he's ever been on made the playoffs. And if this was Joe McIntyre versus Baker Mayfield in the Super Bowl, then it would have made sense. But Baker Mayfield is not even that player. And besides, we have a player called Early Williams who has 11 interceptions this season. It has 11 interceptions in a game. 2 interceptions in a game. Anyway, before we make it into the playoffs, which we are going to, look at the AFC South. So apparently, they had to win against us, I guess. But look at the division. Every single team is a winning team. You never really see that. However, and this is what makes me really pissed off. Excuse me. This is what makes me really pissed off, because this is what I don't understand about Madden. In the NFL, you wouldn't really see this. Although in the NBA, it's happened like a few times, and it doesn't really make any sense. Like, you wouldn't see 2 10-7 teams and 2 9-8 teams in the same division. And that wouldn't make any sense. So, the Colts lost and the Texans won. And both teams made the playoffs. So, this means Baker Mayfield, by a slim chance, and the Texans won by a slim chance. Which, oh my god, it makes no sense. The Titans went 10-8. The Jaguars went 10-8. I don't understand about the Jaguars. Oh my god. Yeah, the Titans, okay. Ryan Tannehill, oh my god. Colts, Texans, Titans, Jaguars. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I have to say about this screenshot right here, because this is what I understand. This screenshot right here is going to show the playoffs. The Chiefs made it, the Browns made it, the Broncos, the Colts, the Texans. So they're putting the division title on the line, in my opinion. The New York Jets and the Steelers made it. So the New England Patriots didn't make the playoffs. Now, if we look at the Western Conference, This is what I'm going to say. I mentioned it in the Arizona Cardinals franchise episode. I'm going to say this. The LA Rams are a losing team, and they made the playoffs. What? So, Chicago made it, Dallas made it, LA with a losing record. I have to emphasize on that. The Carolina Panthers, the Washington football team, the San Francisco 49ers, and the Detroit Lions. Bruh, you're going to be in for a ride tonight. And we're the number 1 seed, and we're going to do this. So, without any further ado, no, never mind on that. Yeah, it makes no sense to me that this happened at all. This is my longest video ever, 3 minutes 46 seconds and 3 hours 46 minutes and 46 seconds. The next longest video in that regard is literally 3 minutes 24 minutes 46 seconds. So it's literally only a few minutes behind. It's really insane. Washington, Chase Young. Yep. It's insane, really. Like, the fact of the matter is that this team could be so good, but in reality it's like, really? It really doesn't make any sense. So, like, yeah. So, like, it makes sense, really. And the Cleveland Browns defeated Baker Mayfield. And they had a good fight, 24-14. And Norris. This is interesting. Like, I think we faced Baker Mayfield in the Super Bowl the first time. I think. I can't remember. And we did it. We actually did it. And yeah. So, like, you have to understand where it come from. Detroit defeated Dallas, so we're going to be facing Dallas in the not Detroit, actually, in a conference championship game. Like, the fact of the matter is that Detroit is, like, one of the best teams that we faced so far. Like, this current Detroit. And the Steelers defeated the Chiefs. That is amazing. That is amazing. And I'm going to pull up the screenshot right here. Hold up. I need to pull up the screenshot. Is it Capture 2? Yep, it's Capture 2. So this would have meant Steelers defeated the Jets, Colts defeated the Texans, and the Browns defeated the Broncos. On the other hand, Dallas defeated the Rams. Washington football team defeated the Carolina Panthers of Sam Darnold, Christian McCaffrey. And the Detroit Lions defeated the San Francisco 49ers. Chuck Carroll defeating Joe Burrow. And Chuck Carroll defeating Dak Prescott. We've had so many battles of the NFC South, NFC West, and NFC East. Like, if I had to pick the top opponents, it would be literally in the NFC North. It would be every single division, every single division, every single team. Okay, sorry for my English. Then for the NFC East. No, let's start with the NFC South. It would be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the The Carolina Panthers for most of it. Then it would be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Then for the NFC East, it would be the Dallas Cowboys, the Washington Football Team. New York Giants do not count, and the Philadelphia Eagles do not count. Next up, the NFC West. The LA Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Really 8 teams. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. And we're going with a fake field goal. And I did it so bad. I did a quick one. It is a touchdown. Obviously, it's home field advantage. So, like, throughout NBA history and also NFL, NHL, throughout NBA history until, like, the 2016 season, the divisional winners had to be in the playoff. Until, like, 2016 or something, the criteria was the top teams in at least the top teams in the divisions, for 2 divisions, and then it was 3. They had to be the automatic teams, the top 3 seeds, or 4, and then later it was top 4 seeds, and then starting in 2016 or something, they removed that criteria, so that way, the division winner can be any seed, essentially, 1 through 8. Now, I don't know if since the play-in tournament is in approach, that it would apply to, like, to the, apply to, as you see, I ran up with Morgan Anderson. Anyway, I don't know if it would apply to the play-in tournament, because that would actually suck. So, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. So, good game with the Washington Football Team. We're having a good game. Now we're going into halftime, then we are, yeah. So, the next project, obviously, is going to be the Arizona Cardinals. It's going to be sick. And I can't believe we're actually doing that, because it's going to be awesome. And I don't know how the squad is doing it. 29-22, and now we're going to have to defend ourselves, really? Okay. So, in the AFC Championship, it's going to be the Steelers against the Browns, which is really awkward, an AFC North kind of battle. And then, literally, the championship games are going to be divisional opponents of the respective division. Like, what? This is the 2030 playoffs. Which, oh my god, okay, yeah, okay. Chicago Bears, the Dallas Cowboys, LA Rams, like, these are good quality teams, okay? Although, I have to state the LA Rams were a losing team, and it didn't make sense to me. Like, in the Arizona Cardinals franchise, when I was simulating to get ready, I purposely made the Green Bay Packers win a Super Bowl as a losing team. Then in the first season of actual play, I forced to win some teams just to be funny and to see what would happen if a losing team won the AFC West. I thought the Los Angeles Chargers would make it. However, that did not happen. And then for the Las Vegas Raiders, to be quite honest, I might do a franchise, like one episode with the Las Vegas Raiders, and it's gonna be really surprising. So, like, yeah. Yeah, it might be like unfinished business, like because I never really properly finished the series and it kind of stinks. So I do have to apologize, or I could go back to Madden 20, redo a lot of things, and yeah. Let me know what you guys want, because I want to end that series on a good note. Because, yeah. And we're doing punt tight, which makes no sense at all. I don't know. What am I doing? And oh my god. A good punt. An actual good punt by me. I never really do that kind of punt, but you know what? It's a punt, nonetheless. And also, another thing. We won the game. Is Washington now? Time for the Detroit Lions. Yeah, so as I was saying about the career mode with the Las Vegas Raiders, there was a franchise I did with QB1 mode. I kind of like lost the footage and everything. I don't know what happened. So I'm trying to think of how to end that franchise, because I was a lifelong Raider and I never really played for the Raiders. So yeah. So like, yeah. We scored the touchdown right off the bat at Chuck Harrell, and the Cleveland Browns won against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that means they are back in the Super Bowl since the very first time we met them. This is going to be awesome. It's going to be sick. The fact of the matter is, we did well. Monroe St. Brown versus Early Williams and Eli Ricks is going to be awesome. So make sure it's up to that. And DeAndre, I don't think that's DeAndre Swift. And we turned over the ball. Yeah. And then we forced a fumble and Arthur Smith picked it up. So I assume we turned over the ball, or yeah. We're in the red zone, so that tells you something. Yeah, Joe McIntyre, like, Like, it's ridiculous. Yeah, and, yeah, like, 8. Yeah. Giving up to... Tried to give it to Barry Copeland, but it just didn't work out. Now a 52-yard field goal. I was like, nah, let's go, let's fake it. And they were ready somehow. I just did a possession catch. And it was, you couldn't challenge for some reason, which didn't make any sense to me. Yeah. I don't know why. It makes no sense to me. Literally makes no sense to me. So I did a blocking. Mario Williams has a touchdown. Oh my god. Oh my god, not Early Williams. Mario Williams has a touchdown. Yeah, and it makes no sense to me. Like, why? Just why? Just why? And, yeah, it is what it is. If you guys do understand want to know something, this is like a very big blowout that I didn't expect like to happen. This makes no sense at all. So like, this is interesting. So yeah, that's how much I will say. Anyway, enough of that. We're just like trying to chew out the clock. Anyway, because I'm kind of excited for the Arizona Cardinals. Because this Detroit game is really interesting, so I'll say that much. Yeah, I'll say that much. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. And we won, so now, yeah. So now we're going up against the Cleveland Browns, Myles Garrett, all the boys. I don't know where Nick Chubb is. So, that's one thing I'll state. If you guys did enjoy this series, let me know down in the comment section below. And also, thank you for staying with me in this entire video. This literally took me a long time to make. And I was removed from the party. Oh my god. What? So, I might, at the end of the video, show you guys some things. And we're in the Color Rush jerseys, which are sick. And, so another thing is, like, we were going up against the Cleveland Browns, which is interesting, and we're running no huddle. Yeah, I just kept running draws, excuse me, and all that kind of stuff. If I want to do, like, challenges and stuff like that, I will do that. And then we ran the power option. That didn't work out so well. Like, this is a team where I appreciate players. And TJ Livingston lost yards. Although it's, like, very interesting. What I've done, 4th down and 12, we did it. We actually made it to like this point. This point right here just shows how much work I put into my videos. And yes, I've made a lot of videos during my time, and you know what? It is worth it, considering that I like my videos like so much, because one thing's for sure, you cannot get rid of the fact that I have a very good work ethic. Like the weird part is like this, like anytime I do a new series, I have 531 videos. Now, I may have deleted some, I may have privated some, and yeah, I am doing whatever it takes, and it's just to be successful in the game. It's gonna be fun. It's like fun, you know, it's like, yeah. 14-0. Yeah. Like, this is like, and this is currently a full game, which I haven't really done in a while. Like, the thing is that I could go for like a wish list. So the next video, which will be next Saturday, is going to be a topic about the like, it's gonna be about, I'm trying to think. It's gonna be about the fact that, it's gonna be about the fact that, like, it's interesting. It's very interesting. But, like, it was crazy, to be honest, and I had my fun as well throughout all of this because of, like, certain things. Like, we had fun Oh my god, I'm stressing out so much. Oh. Yeah, it is what it is. Like, like, I think the best video game that I'm gonna talk about the video game. This is a video game where I could be like, it's actually Super Bowl 65. So, yeah. If I had to be part of a Super Bowl squad, every single, if I had to be part of a dynasty, it would be this team. Like, forget about the Packers and all of those teams. You know, it's quite interesting. And the fact of the matter is, this is a squad that I like. This is a squad that I like. And nobody can fault me at that for it. So, it's like kind of good and also kind of bad because of the simple fact that, like, it might make sense to you guys, it might not make sense to you guys. You know, it is what it is. It's subjective. So, I'm just gonna say this. This has been a good season. We're battling Nick Chubb, of course. And they're tired. Of course. AJ Slaughter and the boys are really good. 4th down and 1. Although McAllister makes no sense to me. It makes sense though. Like, this is something that would make sense. So, like, yeah, I would want to talk about it with you guys so much. Like, this is gonna be so much fun. Like, after this series, I could literally focus on everything. I could focus on different ideas, including the Chicago, not Chicago Cardinals, the Cardinals, the Arizona Cardinals. I could go back to NHL, something like that, and I could have so much fun. Like, you know, it's quite interesting, like, how the landscape has changed. NHL 23, I've always wanted to do an alumni franchise with the Boston Bruins. However, I don't know if that's ever going to happen. Because, like, certain teams, like, came from the WHA, the World Hockey Association, so they will be different. And, like, you know, if I'm ever gonna do an alumni franchise, I'm gonna have no trades off, and I'm also gonna try and play every single team at least once. So, do I want to do that? 100%. I'm also gonna do ties as well, so that way it's old school kind of thing. And I might change up the rules, so you never know. Also, 1-for-4, oh my god. Like, yeah. King, the field goal, it is up and good. So, the franchises that you're going to see, this franchise is going to end. The next franchise is going to be sick. So, it is what it is. So, yeah. Oh, wow. I am not singing a Pokemon song. If, if, if you want me to do a a type of video where I go over certain songs, it's kind of making sense. It makes sense. I'm selling tickets to my downfall. No, I'm not. Uh, uh, and, like, Cleveland got another injury timeout. I don't understand that at all, because, like, it makes no bloody sense at all. Yeah. And you might think to yourself, holding, defense, offense. So we could have had an interception, but it didn't happen. So, well, we had an interception, but it was like pushed back 10 yards, and I wanted to do like an 81-yard field goal apparently. But like, no. All I know is I don't know nothing. Are you in a body bag? No, I'm not in a body bag. No. Yeah. But anyway, it is what it is. Third down and inches, I'm literally having fun. I'm literally having fun. Here, a 45 yards. So I'm trying to think what's the field goal? I literally didn't do that. I did a regular punt because of that. Or I did a punt tight. And yeah. And you can't do anything about punt tight. It doesn't work. And I did a backspin. And it's on the 5-yard line. So, yeah. So, yeah. Chicago, Cleveland, you know, two cities are underappreciated very much, even though Chicago has the Chicago Blackhawks, the Chicago Bears, the Chicago White Sox, the Chicago Cubs, Chicago Bulls, yeah, so as you see right here, it's 24-3. It's like kind of interesting because, like, yeah. Also, another thing, this play never works. This play never ever works because it's like it doesn't make any sense to me. Then I push her forward into the end zone. Oh yeah, at least try to at least. And we are on the cusp of winning. Backwards pass, taunting like Deion Sanders into the end zone for the touchdown. 31-3. So this is gonna sound awkward. So second quarter, 4 minutes, 15 seconds. This is a squad where it's really good. I don't understand like certain things about the NFL. As you're seeing right here, it's currently not a close game. I kind of feel bad, actually, for that, and it's like, you know what? I play key moments just for the sake of it, I guess. Then I realize, and I do that because it's like I want the game to go quicker and everything. But then I'm like, bro, I could do that with anything. And I actually put on Chew Clock because of the fact that I just want the game to be over, you know, so I run it obviously with Liam Crow. Liam Crow got injured, a charged timeout. That makes no absolute sense whatsoever. And then TJ Livingston would be in, of course. And then after that, it would have been Jahmyr Gibbs, of course. So, yeah, it makes no sense to me. Yeah. Yeah. So, it's the end of the second quarter. So, actually what I do is I do that. So, I start playing the third quarter. It's like that much amount of time. Which makes sense at least. Which, yeah. So, this happens. Yes. I threw the A. This is actually quite fun. 36 yards. For a not for a touchdown. I actually like it so much. Yeah. So I simulate to the end of the game. It was actually moments, by the way. I don't know why I'm saying that. However, I kicked a 61-yard field goal. 34-13. That's the longest field goal, I think, in Super Bowl history. However, I think Martin Anderson can kick a 65-yard field goal. And then Early Williams did a one-handed pick. That really made me surprised so much. Like, what? And then 41-20. We went the 9th straight Super Bowl with 20 league championships, I think. Over 20, I'm not sure. And we win it in Allegiant Stadium. So yeah, guys. This has been one hell of a ride. You guys have made me happy throughout this entire series. It's been great. It's been fun. It's also been simple. Thank you guys so much for watching. Well, it's not the end of the video yet. Highlights are coming up. Joe McIntyre running the ball. Let's see. Liam Crow taunting his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A rushing touchdown. Because it's a backwards pass. Lateral, I guess. Whatever. And yeah. Liam Crow. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Y'all are legends in my book, as well as for me. I will see y'all. Well, this is the finale. Thank you all so much for watching this incredible series for 9 seasons and episodes.